Hey everyone, I'm Adriana and I really like plants. So I've seen this Planty Never Have I Ever circulating around YouTube and I thought it was really fun. Nobody tagged me because I'm really new. I don't think anybody knows who I am yet, but I thought it'd be really fun to do. My dog is shaking it out right now. Comfy. It is really hot right now. Like yesterday it was 60 degrees and today it's 80, but it's not only 80 like degrees dry hot, it's 80 degrees humid hot, and I refuse to put on my air conditioning for 2 days of this kind of weather. It's a waste in my opinion. So I'm suffering through. I took a cold bath, had my tank top on. I should probably have my hair up, but nonetheless I'm still sweating because it's hot in my house. All right, let's get this started. This was first created, I believe, by a girl with a garden. Pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. But if you've never played Never Have I Ever, it's just basically you say never have I ever went skinny dipping. And if you haven't done it, you don't drink. If you've done it, you drink. Usually it's like for where I am, usually it's played by teenagers and it's kind of sexual. But this is about plants. It's not sexual today. So let's get started. I wrote them down. I am drinking a New England IPA by D G. It's called FU. I told you it's hot. Like, my dog is panting. I don't know why she's right here. She should be in front of the fan right now that we put out for both my dogs. Actually, for all of my animals, but they want to be by me for some reason. But yeah, New England IPA. It's really good. Probably not helping with the fact that I'm sweating a lot. But we're going to go through this. Alright, I wrote down the questions. First question. Are they questions? Whatever. First thing. Never have I ever killed a cactus. So I first started my collection with succulents and cacti. And when I first got into cacti, it was around the winter time. And I read that you should not water cacti in the winter because that's when they go dormant, and if you water them, they will get root rot. That's a lie. It was a lie, and my cactus like ate itself because it needed water. And it was very sad. It was a golden barrel cactus, I believe. Yeah, I thought, I was like, ooh, I got cacti, I'm so neat. And then I looked at it one day and it was all sunken and it was sad. So water your cacti even in the winter because it's important, or else they will like eat themselves. So yeah, killed a cactus. Never have I ever took a plant cutting that was on the ground of a plant nursery. Yes. Again, first started and I looked for groups on Reddit for houseplants, and there's a whole group committed to plant, what is it called? It's like plant propagation, but it's about like, it's basically about taking stuff off the ground of nurseries. I do have to say, I only did it at like Home Depot because literally they have tons of succulent leaves just on the floor and they're just gonna leave them there. So I picked them up and put them in my pocket. I would never do that at like a small nursery or like an independently owned nursery because I think that's kind of rude. But I did do it at Home Depot or Lowe's or one of those. I did do it. And I tried to prop them and I don't think it worked. I can't remember if it did or not. I don't think it did. Oh, so I drink. Number 3, never have I ever spent more than $100 on one plant. No. Come really close. I'm not counting this one because pre-tax it was under $100. You know, after tax, yeah, it was over $100, but I'm not counting that. So I mentioned before on my, which one was it? Plants that I regret buying, that my Philodendron gloriosum was $98 pre-tax. Most expensive plant. I regret buying it still. Hasn't done anything for me. But yeah, I haven't spent over 100 pre-tax on a plant yet. Never have I ever bought a plant just because it was trending on Instagram. Ooh, yes, I have. So, well, the first plant was a Pilea peperoides, the friendship plant. I didn't buy it technically. I traded for it. It was so trendy. I really didn't love it, but I was at a plant swap and I had a few plants that I didn't really want. And someone was like, "Here, do you want this? Want to trade for it?" I'm like, "I guess I'll try it." I hate it. I still don't love it. I think they're drama queens, and they really don't do much for me. What's another plant though that I saw on Instagram? It's always Instagram that starts these plant trends. So I drink. Oh, I first saw a silver sword, a philodendron silver sword on Instagram. I don't know if that was like trending, but I first saw it on there and I wanted it, and now I have one, of course. Let's just stick with the Pilea, the friendship plant. Ugh. Never have I ever met another plant tuber. I've actually met two. I've met Summer Rain Oaks. She did a book tour when she released her book, and she went through Chicago, so I met her. She's like super nice, just as lovely as she is on camera. And then I met Maria. I don't think she's technically a plant tuber because she has a podcast, Bloom and Grow, but she does do YouTube videos, and I love her. She's also super nice. It's also a bonus that she's on Broadway. I love Broadway. I'm actually really sad that I subscribed to Broadway in Chicago, and a lot of the plays are canceled. Some are moved, which is nice, but I'm really sad of the ones that are canceled that I was supposed to go see. But yeah, those are the two I've met. They're really nice, and I recommend listening to Bloom and Grow Radio. Bloom and Grow Radio. But I recommend listening to that podcast because it's really helpful. And then I go to Summer Rain Oaks YouTube channel a lot to look up plant care for some of the plants that I choose to bring in. So yeah, those are the two I've met. Did I drink yet? I'll just do another one. Number 6. Never have I ever neglected a plant and purposefully let it die a slow death. I just did this. Yeah, I just got a lemon cypress a couple months ago from what is it called? From Grow Geneva. They used to have, they're not doing it right now, a monthly like plant club, and in that you get a certain amount of plants. And so in one of the months, I already forgot, I got a lemon cypress. I just couldn't make it happy. And so I just put it outside in winter, and it's now dead. So yeah, I do that. R.I.P. Never have I ever purchased a plant and then later regretted buying it. What plant was it? Yeah, I have a whole video dedicated to plants that I regret buying. Philodendron gloriosum, a supposed philodendron black cardinal, a peperomia, obtusifolia variegata. What else did I have in there? Oh, another one that I can never know how to say the name. It's like a desert rose. That's like the common name. But yeah, a whole bunch of plants that I bought and I regret buying. I have a whole list of them. Number 8. Never have I ever bargained with a plant seller on a sale of a plant. No. So I really don't believe in doing this specifically in like small plant shops. If I see a plant that I want and it's not in the greatest condition, I'll probably just not buy it or choose a plant because they'll probably have multiples. Choose another plant. However, probably like at a big box store like a Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, Menards, if I saw a plant that wasn't doing great and I wanted it, I would probably ask for money off, but only at those stores. Never, I don't think I would ever do that at a nursery. Maybe a special circumstance, but I've never asked for money off of a plant before. I'm actually kind of scared to do so. I'm a pretty timid person, and it would make me really nervous to go up to somebody and be like, "You see this plant? There's something wrong with it. Give me money off." But that's just me. Maybe like other people are more assertive than I am and go you, but I'm a pretty docile person. And I probably wouldn't do it even if the plant deserved money off. I don't know. I've never been put in that situation. Let's move on. Never have I ever killed a rare plant. No. Another one that I have not done. I would say like, actually I bought a couple rare plants now during this time because I just need more plants to not overwater and I need more plants to take care of. I got a Syngonium albo, so that's a pretty rare plant, not dead yet. I got Monstera Peru, which in my area is pretty expensive to get, so I would call that an uncommon plant. Haven't killed it yet. But the most uncommon plant that I have that I've had for a while is the Philodendron gloriosum, and I have not killed it yet. It is on its last leg. Hopefully it will recover, but it's not dead. Number 10. Never have I ever traveled over an hour to shop and visit a plant nursery. Yeah. Two really good plant nurseries in Chicago, which is over an hour away from me because traffic, are Plant Shop Chicago and, oh shit, what's the other one? There's another plant shop in Chicago. I cannot think of what the name is right now, but Maria did her meet and greet at this plant shop in Chicago. Maybe if I think of it, or I'll look it up, I'll, write it, include it in the description or something. But yeah, I've traveled to both of those. Actually, I got my Philodendron gloriosum one day, so I met with my cousins. We met for brunch because we have a book club, Discuss Book Club, and right from there I booked it to Plant Shop Chicago to pick up my Philodendron. And it's well over an hour away, especially because I'm a pretty big baby and I don't like to drive on the highway because it's scary to me because people drive crazy. So I avoid tolls and highways in general. So yeah, it took me over an hour when it should have probably taken me around like 40 minutes from where I was. Still worth it because even though I regret buying my Philodendron gloriosum, I got a aglo, like snow queen. It's a white aglo and it's beautiful and it's gorgeous and I love it and it's thriving. And yeah, Plant Shop Chicago's awesome. If you're in the area, highly suggest. Is it spruce? I don't know. I'll think of it. But the other shop too, you should go visit because it's also awesome. I actually got my string of hearts there, which is right behind me over there. All right. Again, did I take a drink? I don't know. I'll do another one. Oh my god, so hot. 11. Never have I ever bought a plant that was so large I could barely fit it in my car. No. Typically I like to buy smaller plants because I take because I find joy in watching them really grow from a small plant to a big plant. So I think the biggest plant that I've ever bought is my Monstera deliciosa, and I bought that at a big box store, and it's grown like crazy, but I could fit in my car, so no. Number 12, never have I ever showered with my plants. No, I have put my plants in the shower, especially my succulents that are behind me. Sometimes I'm feeling like super lazy, and I'll just put them all in the shower, and then I'll fill the tub up and I'll let them all bottom water, because I can just leave them for a while and then come back and like, hey, you're watered, cool, put you back. But I've never been in the shower while I'm showering with a plant in the shower. Number 13, never have I ever went on a no plant buy and it was successful. So I've actually never put myself on a no plant buy. I kind of don't believe in those. I do try to keep my spending in check, because you can totally spend a lot of money on buying plants and plant accessories like pots and even soil. You can buy like a $6 bag of soil, but then you put add-ins to it like perlite or orchid bark or horticultural charcoal. That stuff can all add up. So I've never put myself on a no plant buy, but yeah, I do write. I think I mentioned this before. I don't know. I do write a list of all the plants that I buy, and like even just other stuff too. And so I have a physical list, and I can look at it and be like, ooh, maybe you should check yourself and not buy that plant, because do you really need it? Yeah. But should you buy it? Probably not. And especially in winter, because the winters here in Chicago can get like really, really cold, and a lot of plants don't ship well in really, really cold. So I really limit my plant buying during winter, simply because I don't want to buy plants online and then have them come dead because it was like 30 degrees one day and then -20 another day, because that's Illinois for you. Number 14, never have I ever gotten a plant for free. Ooh, I've gotten one plant for free. Branch Gardens in Aurora. They're awesome. If you're in the area, I highly suggest checking them out. We have something called First Fridays. A lot of towns have that, where on the first Friday of every month during the nice months, like the town has a celebration. A lot of shops will have like musicians or something special going on in their shop. And Branch Gardens happen to have like food and drinks, and I think music. And my husband and I got there pretty late. Well, the owner, Corey, one of the owners, she owns it with her husband, Corey and Brian. She told me that somebody was drinking and knocked into a pineapple plant that they had and knocked a little pineapple off of the top. So she gave it to me for free, which is really nice of her. But I killed it because that thing required too much water from me and I could not give it. But it was really nice, and that is the only free plant that I've ever gotten, and I tried really hard, but I killed it anyway. And I feel bad, but what are you gonna do? It just happens sometimes. 15, never have I ever bought a plant as a gift for someone else but then decided to keep it for myself. No. Really the only person that I buy plants for is my grandma, because she really loves plants. I bought her a thimble cactus. I propagated some aloe babies for her from my aloe, and then most recently I gave her the friendship plant for Mother's Day, which she really enjoyed. But never have I bought a plant and kept it for myself. Not yet, at least. 16, never have I ever sold a plant online. I have. I actually do this quite frequently during the summer, like spring, summer months here. I don't do it during the winter months because, as I mentioned before, the weather is so unpredictable and I don't want to ship out plants and then have them arrive dead to a customer because that's just no bueno. So yeah, during the spring and summer months I do sell plants online. It's usually plants that like I just no longer love. Like I tried to sell that peperomia from my plants I regret buying video, but no one wanted it. I don't blame them. It's a very sad looking plant. So I'm trying to rehab it. Maybe someone eventually will buy it. But yeah, I like selling plants online. I like giving people their wish list plants that, you know, I bought for myself and just don't love, and giving it to somebody else who will love it, or even trading plants. I kind of consider it the same thing because you're trading for something else. So, yeah, I like it. Oh, I have 17, but it looks like an M because I hand wrote all of these questions. 17. Never have I ever deleted a mean or inappropriate comment on my YouTube channel. No, I really haven't needed to. I'm like a really small channel right now, so I really don't get a lot of comments. And no one has been mean or inappropriate to me so far, which is nice. But, you know, I think inappropriate comments, yeah, definitely delete those because inappropriate. But mean comments, I don't know. I think I would have to be put in that situation to see how I would react because, I mean, I'm putting myself, by video recording myself and putting it on YouTube, you know, I'm putting myself out there. And while I wish everybody was really nice and friendly, that's just not the case, unfortunately. So if a comment is mean, I don't know if I would delete it, but I guess maybe we'll have to see in the future if I ever get mean comments. 18. Never have I ever bought a plant with the intent of propagating its cuttings for sale. Technically, no, but I think I'm going to drink anyway because I'm going to count it as a guess. So hold on. So I mentioned that I sell plants online before, and I'm in a whole bunch of plant groups on Facebook. Facebook is like my main social media platform for selling. I know some people do it on Reddit, but really not my cup of tea. I prefer Facebook. So anyway, part of these Facebook groups, and when Raven ZZ were super popular and super hard to find, at least in the US, my local plant shops got some in. I bought 2 of the plants and I kept one for myself, but I did split up and sell the second to people on the Facebook groups because like it's so crazy because even now I sold some Raven ZZ, and I'm in Illinois and this person was in Indiana, and they told me that they cannot find Raven ZZ anywhere. So I mean, I do want to say that I sold it as at a fair cost, basically for what I paid for it is what I sold it for, because I really don't believe in like jacking up the prices because, you know, share the plant love, people. But gosh, it's crazy because even still they were telling me that in Indiana, and I think I sent one to Wisconsin too, and they were like, yeah, can't find Raven ZZ anywhere. And yet, like, in some states, Walmart is selling a 6-inch pot with a really nice pot of Raven ZZ for like $10. So it's just like the market's weird. The market's crazy. Technically, I did not propagate it for sale, but I still sold it for sale. 19. Never have I ever went to a big box store run and not gone to the garden center. Okay. Well, let's read it one more time. Never have I ever went to a big box store run and not gone to the garden center. So this is asking, have I gone to a big box store and not gone to the garden center? And if you have, then drink. Yeah. I've listened to this question so many times because, like I said, I watched other plant YouTubers ask it, and I'm like, yeah, I got it. But reading it, it's confusing. So pre-plant obsession, yeah, I would go to big box stores all the time and not go to the nursery. But post plant obsession, I don't think I have. So like my brain hurts from thinking about this. So let's just move on. Yeah, last question. Never have I ever met some of my followers in person. No, because I think I only have one subscriber. Thank you to that one subscriber. But yeah, I have not. Maybe someday I can, but this is just all for fun right now, and I really am having a really good time filming these videos and editing the videos with my husband. It's like some quality time we get to do together. I've never met any of my followers. I'm still gonna take a drink though. All right, thank you for joining me on this Never Have I Ever Planty version episode. I had a lot of fun reading the questions and being confused by some of them. But that's just how it goes because I have had some beers before this. So, yeah. I'm ready to sit in front of a fan right now because, yeah, it's stupid humid here in my house and I can't take it. So, thank you. If you want to see more, like, subscribe, do whatever you want. I'll see you next time. Cheers.